This is Go Via or Go Home. I'd like to welcome you guys back to another layout update, plus a few extras. Went to the Brampton Train Show this past Saturday with Dave from Dave88. I got to meet up with a few other model railroaders, and we were able to do the draw for Sparky, and he ended up taking it home regardless, because the person that had won basically said, well, if I win, if my name is drawn, then go ahead and give him the set. So not only were we able to raise about $720 for him, he also got the nice Via Rail set. But I got to do some shopping while I was out there, and as you can see, I've got a new sign that I've already hung up here to the trains, and as we follow the sign, here we go. Now, I'll show you a couple of things that I've done. I was on vacation for a week, so I was able to do a little bit. You'll notice that there's like a door here, and I've got some bracing here and along the back side here where the couch is, right? It's because I'm going to be putting the wood paneling up here, and I got to child-proof my layout. So now I don't have the hinges on here yet. I just lifted off. It's a little heavy, but I'm able to just move it off to the side for now and duck under, because the tracks are still on here. I had to kind of move my cars down this way because I've been working over in that back corner there, which I think I should be able to show you first. Sorry for the shakiness. So taking a little bit of a different approach here, trying something different. I was using the Woodland Scenics concrete stuff before, but this time I decided to use something a little less messy. First off, I took the cork and I cut it to size just so it would go up to the side of the track ties. And then I've got this stuff here, Polyfilla. So I guess that's like what you use for drywalling and whatnot. But yeah, I would take some and just put it on, fill in the little gap there between, you know, the platform and the rail. I mean, it's a little bumpy in certain spots, but that's okay. It adds a bit of realism. And once I paint it, it'll look nice. I sanded it down, you know, and also made somewhat of a crossing there, so that if I've got like cars coming this way, like I'm going to make a road, go over that, and it goes right up to that platform there. But I didn't do any on the side of that plastic, and I only got to there. I'm going to raise that up as well, because the cars kind of hit the underside of the doorway here. And that's another reason why I had to do it for here, because cars were rubbing there. But that's one of the buildings there, and I think it looks okay. Can't wait till I, paint it and make it look a little bit better. But so that was one of the things I had done. And I'm gonna go over. Ooh. Until my son was hard at work today, doing his train thing. Actually, I built this for him. Kind of destroyed it a little bit though, but it did look a lot nicer. Oh well. So I had to move all the cars down to here, so I can do all that concrete work. And I'll just look at it from this way. So there's the platforms. Got like another one where it goes kind of up to it, because that wall there is going to be a backdrop. Connects to that side, and then it's going to connect there too. So that's one of the things I was working on. Let me know what you think. Working with this stuff, actually not too bad. It's not liquidy. It's a very pasty. It's thick, and I don't know. The other stuff is very runny. I think I might have used too much water or whatever, but I just find that this stuff is a little bit easier to work with. But that's just me. Another thing I've been working on, bam, my control panel. This is just for like this area here. It's a big board, I guess. Painted, well, I put tape. Where do I have it here? Yes, I do. Just used the thin tape. You can buy it like this. It came in a little bag, and it's the same thing as the green masking tape, but it's the thinner one. So I just mapped out my track, and then I spray painted the whole thing black, and then I took off the tape when it dried, and then I used, this is the only white I could find that I had without having to go buy some more, Martha Stewart Crafts. Definitely from Michaels, because they sell the Martha Stewart line, and this was definitely my wife's because I never buy Martha Stewart stuff. Legitimately pretty good. I don't know how much it cost her, but for white paint I didn't even have to do 2 coats, and look how bright it is. I don't know if you can tell, but I mean, it worked really well. I'm sure it could still use a bit of a touch-up, but I mean, I don't know, I think it worked really well. So far the switches, I mean, they're not wired up, they don't do anything. I don't have the little LEDs in yet, but basically these are just the on and off power switches. So for this section here, you're looking at the 3 track sections here for the that industry. So I can pull a train in, and it'll obviously be on, and I'll have power going through that back track there. And then let's say I don't want any sound coming from it whatsoever, I don't want any power going to it, off, and that track is isolated so that it can be repaired, like the train can be repaired and whatnot, and I can still run trains around the whole thing. So very convenient to do something like that. With this here, I obviously got the idea from Dave to have an on-off-on, so that I can have on for power, regular power going through it, or I can have it on the bottom, which is actually my programming track. So what I would do, basically, I have it on, regular on. I would drive my train up, go through the switches, into this little siding right here, park my train, flick it off, and then flick it down on, and then I'd go to my controller, wherever it might be. There it is, it's sitting right there. And then I do my, programming, or by then I'll have my laptop with JMRI, and I'll be able to program my train right there. I'm still running trains around, but I'm programming a train right there. Then turn it back on and drive my train out and use it, do whatever. And then a couple of the rail crew, the Rapidos. I've got 2 in here, and they're in that back shop there, so that I can drive a train in, basically. Hit the switch, it uncouples it, or even a car. If I'm repairing a car, absolutely. Now, I have a little hole here for the LED, but again, hasn't been installed. This hasn't been wired either, though the rail crew disc thing is in there and the cord hanging down for it. I just got to connect the 2 and then good to go. The only thing I haven't done yet, I've got some on switches, which will be for the tortoises. So basically I'll have a switch right here, and right here, with LEDs all around it to show me, I'll flick a switch and that one will be closed, so it goes straight, and that one will do the same thing as that one, and then I flick the switch, and then basically it goes open, and that one will open, and then the train can go from here to here, no problem. Same thing with those 2. So I still have to add those, and then obviously wire everything, and then that'll be good. What's next? Still going along this way. Got some bridge kits that not really kits, but I went to a train shop with Dave out in, what was the name of the town? Merrickville. There we go. So we went to Merrickville Spur Line, I believe is what it's called, and had a look around. Didn't find too much, but these were like $1 something, so I grabbed 4. And yeah, I'm gonna make somewhat of a double bridge here. It's gonna be low. I have to cut out the foam and then add the water underneath. And it's gonna go in this way and then cut over this way where I'm gonna have another bridge here. And if I move this out of the way, you'll notice I have a switch where it comes this way and it goes this way. So there's gonna be a bridge here and a bridge here somewhere, and then both the tracks are gonna go up like that. And then I haven't done too much over here with the station yet, because I'm trying to work everything out, and I'm trying to get the main line going. It's been quite exhausting, and trying to make everything work, and it's not easy at all. Keep changing things around. My ethanol plant is still going here. I was originally putting my paper mill back there, but after seeing the size of it, and then I got like a spare one here, at the train show I was able to get the craft mill as well, which I haven't even thought about touching yet because it's just something else that's gonna take up even more space and I gotta keep moving it around or whatever. So that's gonna go up here as well. But my new plan, I tried explaining this to Dave using the age-old technique of napkin art. Ta-da! I know it's honestly like the worst. Yeah, it's pretty shameful. Shame on me. But anyways, basically, I had it. The paper mill was over here, and the train comes up, and then I have switches, and then there's a little yard there. But I had no idea how I was going to connect the track and be able to get in and out of there, and then trying to match it up with the 4 tracks I have here. I don't know, it just wasn't adding up for me. And then, I think Dave had mentioned something to me about what he wanted to do with his, and adding his layout and adding like a retaining wall and then with city behind it. And I'm like, that's actually a pretty good idea. Like, I've got some city buildings here. I'm gonna probably break that down and make it like 2 wide, kind of like what I usually do, like with that one there. I made it 2 wide. Just make a larger building and make it a backdrop building. Kind of do the same thing with that. That should be easy to do. And then I don't know what I'll do with that one there, but I really like the back side of it more than the front side. I don't know. I'll just probably make another backdrop building, cut it down, and hopefully I don't ruin it though, because that thing is expensive and took me a while to do. I was really happy with the outcome of it, but so basically the train comes up, there's going to be a bridge here, so that means there's going to be a lot of, oh, cat, hi Alexis, she loves sleeping on the layout, and surprisingly enough she doesn't really knock over my car. She just likes sleeping like right here, right in the middle. She likes watching me do my thing, my work. Boop. Okay, so I'm gonna have a wall here, and that's gonna basically be just a retaining wall, and it's gonna, I think I'll raise this up a little bit just where the wall is, and obviously the trains will be on this side. I've got this line here, which, if I can get around the cat here, comes down from the lift out, and then there's gonna be the other one that's gonna come out, and then they're gonna come up to here, and then also this here is gonna come up. You can see the follow that purple line. So they all have to meet up in and around here and intersect somehow, and then have some tracks come back this way. And this is where the ethanol plant is, so I'm gonna have like 3 tracks in here for tankers and whatnot. So that's that. Kind of going back this way, coming out of basically the train station, right? Because I got the platforms again. The closest track here is going to go following the purple line, go into there, and the same thing with the second track. It's going to go up into there. Then the third track is going to also kind of intersect, but it's going to attach into here as well, but I want to make it so that I can skip this track here and go into that, so it'll probably be a switch going through. I don't know, I'll figure that out somehow so I can go from there instead of going straight through, come this way instead. The fourth track, which is supposed to be industry, not industry, freight, because these three tracks here are basically just for you know, Via Rail, Go Transit, just the passenger service really, for just like the main level. But this here is going to go through a tunnel, so it's going to go under here, it's going to come out back here. Okay, so it's just going to do a curve underneath this, and it's going to start going up a grade, and it should get to here. Okay, so it's going to just follow the wall, and then it should come along, and bam! So I'm going to make them connect. Easy peasy, right? Well, I hope so. And then basically all this here will be raised up to be, well, like, yeah, I'm probably going to have that come down a little bit, just to kind of go level with this. But that's kind of my idea. I'm worried about doing it, but at the same time, I'm sure it'll be fine, and I'm probably just worrying for nothing. I just don't want it to look like crap, but at the same time I need more industry, and you want to still be able to run passenger service. I don't know, I'm going to make it so that, you know, passenger trains can go through here. So I'm going to have a nice radius on the inside there. Most likely a 20 inch, I think is what I have right now. 20 to 22, something like that. So I'll still be able to, you know, run like a passenger service train around the outside. I don't know how it's going to go, going up and down. The cat's just giving me the evil look, she's tired. But it will at least be able to do the bottom here and go through, follow it around, and then down again, you know. And by the way, I just obtained so many of these cars. I love them. Most of those are the same number. I was able to get one of them a different number here at the train show. $10, not bad. But now I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them. So pretty stoked, and they roll really well, and it's fun stuff. I was also able to finally, probably do a review at some point, but I was also able to pick up one of these. It's a Ontario Northland pulp head flat car. If anybody's interested, $32 down from $47 at Credit Valley out in Mississauga area. It's a 50-footer. Yep, they're on sale. They only have one number left, but I think they have like 10 still in stock. I'm going to do a review on this later probably. Other than that, new boxcar, new building, new sign. I'm going to trade her in for another cat. No, I'm just kidding. She's sleepy though. And hopefully I can start running trains soon, because if it wasn't for the grades and, you know, needing to go over them, I'm going to do like a paper mache type thing over those. But I want to make sure these grades work, and I want to make sure everything can connect, because if one little thing is off, then the whole thing's off, and it just screws up everything, and I'll be upset, and I don't want to touch the trains, and I'm going to be calling Dave. Dave, what do I do? Dave, help me. Dave, fix this. Dave, can you do wiring? And I don't want to bug Dave, because he has his own layout to worry about, but he has lots of help. But other than that, not too much else. I don't think anything else. I've cleaned a lot. You'd never know because there's crap everywhere. I keep moving this thing. This has all my train stuff on it, like all my locos and some cars, you know, my passenger cars and stuff. Got another Ontario Northland passenger car in the mail, and Greg, a guy that I buy a lot of stuff off of, he's out in the Toronto area there. He's sending me another LRC car. Super stoked about that. And that's all she wrote. That's about it there. Don't want to ramble anymore. I've already put the cat to sleep. It's been about 21 minutes already, so if you like what you see, it's great. There's gonna be lots more. I've got tons to do. Oh yeah, I don't know if you like this or not, but I kind of did like a rock face. Once I put the white, you know, paper mache over it and then color it as like a rock face. I hope it looks good, but you know, it's kind of experimental right now. I'm gonna fill that in with more foam because obviously like the foam stuff's here and you know, I need that all to be flat. But yeah, I don't know what else. I feel like I'm gonna say that I have to go catch a train, and then after that I'm gonna be like, oh no, wait. So I want to make sure I get it all out of the way. But I think that's it. Next time I will hopefully have a main line done, and we'll be able to see a beautiful train going around. We're almost there. I'm right there, and I just have to, you know, tack these in and make sure there's power going to them, and then yeah. So not very far from having a loop. One main line. Until next time, I am Go Viera, go home. Thanks again for all my new subscribers. Thank you all of you guys who have donated to the Sparky Operation Lifesaver contest that I had put through. Congratulations again to Lisa for the win. And I have a train to catch. And maybe you do too. Maybe. Say goodnight.